following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Maybe this is where those assassins went.
A few minutes pass. I don't know if you're saying anything to Tiala's the only other one with you.
That we know
There's
of.
an awkward silence between the two of you as you just wait for the call to come through.
So,
Are we on the ship? Yeah, are we?
Yeah.
So, Biotic Book, huh?
Yep.
Did they win?
Yes, we won.
Good, good. Oh, here we go. Receiving.
Hi, Zalo. It's Fuba.
Hey.
Hi. Mato said that I should go first.
Interesting. Has anything happened since... yesterday?
The representative from the fleets arrived. Somebody working for her father. They haven't started the trial yet, but we've each got another final call before I suppose we find out what's happening. She gave me a rundown of what she thinks should happen. I'm a little scared. I'm not sure I could be this mole for them or not. But I have to keep doing this at the same time, or they'll...
Fuba, you haven't been on your pilgrimage yet,
No.
but you already got positioned in somewhere that you would normally only get post-pilgrimage. What have they got over you?
I don't know if I can say.
You're concerned you're being listened to, or because if you just don't want us to find out, we have a guy who will find it all out. It'll come out. I don't know if you want me to roll for that or...
Make a... Try and convince her, yeah, make a charisma roll.
Oh no. But surely her charisma is also pants. Hey, 17.
Wow, okay.
Most critters better.
I mean, I should roll a counter, but I'm pretty... Okay. I'm reluctant because I'm worried about my father.
You think they'll do something?
Fuba's father?
Yeah.
My father's been working on stuff for them.
What does your father do?
More at the moment what he did. He was working on, I suppose the best way to put it is anti-AI technology. He was looking into a way of either taking control of or shutting down the Geth so that we could go back to Rannoch.
Well, we know that doesn't work.
And we know the only way to do that is by actually having AI.
Okay, I'll tell you what happened. The captain of the Torah, that's the ship that I was born on, so that's why it's still my last name and everything. He's been happy with my father's work. He's one of the few people who knew what he was doing, and I don't want to talk myself up too much, but I considered kind of a tech prodigy. So they found what looked to be some kind of experimental Solarian engine, but they didn't have any software or terminal that went with it, so they didn't know how to get it going. So, because my father had been doing good work, they let me have a go at creating something for
Pardon
it.
me.
They wanted me to design an interface terminal and software to use with the engine. And it was supposed to kind of be my rite of passage.
So that was deemed the thing of use you brought back.
But
It didn't work out. One of the conditions was his father had to supervise me. They could trust him. So we were working on the engine, but something happened and I lost control. It overloaded. It started. I killed him. It killed him. And like 5 other Quarians. Well, almost. It killed 5 other Quarians. 3 of them got lethal doses of radiation, including my dad. So, I have to afford the medical treatment or the research into helping him, I have to work with Pathraiser.
Who gave her father the technology?
That's why I want to stop, but I need to do this to keep... so they can help him.
I thought he was dead.
she almost killed him.
Almost killed him.
No.
He's in cryonic suspension until they can come up with a cure. She says sensing
For lethal doses of radiation?
She doesn't know.
Wait
He's
a
not
minute.
studying medicine like Zalo is.
Who specifically gave your father that engine? To
The captain.
Latora.
Yeah.
Who's
He
his
gave me the engine, but
admiral?
Who's the admiral in charge of your wing?
Mazur's father.
And that's why you worked with Pathraiser the whole time.
Consider up.
They said it was the only way, that they needed the resources. They couldn't afford to... We don't have the doctors to treat that. They need to pay like Solarians and Asari doctors. And so they need the resources. So we have to go out there and get the resources so that we can sell them and then get the credits to pay for the medical.
What clinic
Research.
did they send your father to? Can't just be on the fleet, surely.
He's still on the fleet. He's still in a tube because they haven't been able to do anything. They're keeping him frozen until we get enough money to afford for his health care.
Well, I think I've heard enough.
Oh?
Right, what's your name? Fupa? Fubar?
Fuba.
Whatever.
Natora.
It does not matter what your name is. My name is Loghain. By now you will have been contacted by a general, Septimus Araka.
Yes.
You're going to do what he says. Why? Because if you do what he says, and you come out of this, we will make sure your father gets treatment. You also need to repay the damage you have done.
That makes sense.
So you're going to need a reason why you suddenly stop resisting Evil Dad. And go back. Obviously your father needs help, and Pathraiser's the only way. I think I have an idea, but I need to talk to the general. And that's gonna take a little bit of doing.
Are you the one the general said was going to help us?
I am. I give you the shit-eatingest grin.
Do you have a way of Of rescuing my father from his body, I mean. From the...
Not now, but I will.
Okay.
My intention is to bring down Pathrazor, expose it to internal Quarian admiralty after its teeth have been sufficiently pulled.
More like Badmiralty. Sorry, I need something to lift my spirits after. I don't like thinking about this.
This is going to be dangerous. I can't guarantee you'll live through it.
That's fine.
Good.
We've got your back, Fuba.
Okay. I'm going to take care of Noma.
Oh well. I think you'll be getting an upgrade soon.
Okay, that's nice.
Thruster's bad, huh?
Thrusters?
I found it in the notes in the code.
Oh. Yeah. You're pretty resourceful, Zara.
You know, too. I'm sure you'll be fine.
As long as my father's fine. I almost killed him. But I'm gonna want him alive. He's the only one who knows how to... He was almost done with his research, apparently.
Then he should be okay, even if they're suspicious of you. They'll want his research completed before... Well...
Yeah, they kept asking if I know where his notes were, but I don't know. I think they want to try and continue the project without him. And I couldn't find anything on his terminal or anywhere else.
Interesting.
It's weird. I remember seeing him working on it in the past. But there's nothing there now. It's like someone's erased it. But it's not just erased it. If they'd erased it, I could recover it. But it's like they've removed the entire storage, internal storage, and replaced it with blanks.
Maybe your father was smart enough to know he shouldn't leave that around where other people could pick it up.
Did her father give her a gift?
No.
That would be very cliche. I love it.
Or a bowl.
Or a ball.
Yeah, it's in
Same
Nova.
thing.
Yeah,
It's a Nova.
it's a Nova, isn't it?
Well, thanks. You still here, Logan? I can't see the camera's not going.
Good.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
Not sure who else is listening.
Yeah.
The thing's being bugged.
Well, perhaps if I can contact the general before the other one calls, I will be able to cement a plan in place, if you'll excuse me. I'm going to head off into the cockpit and link through to Trish and see if I can get in contact with Septimus.
Oh, sure.
Sorry, General Ruff.
Of course, Logan. I'll see what I can do. General Septimus, yeah.
Septimus, this is General, this is Logain.
Oh, good. Yes. How can I help? I believe the youngest one is in communication with you at the moment.
You're well informed. Listen, obviously we need him to go back to the flotilla, right? The fleet.
Ideally, yes.
And the problem is they've put up a good deal of resistance and need a motivation to turn around their position, right?
Well, the young one, Fuba, certainly has. I believe Mato's still... An agreement has been made that she's going to remain behind on in custody. The Vols do seem amenable to this based on what I've heard. The idea that they've at least got the orchestrator, he goes like that, of behind this is enough that they would give up the others under the pretense that the Quarians are going to internally trial them. Yes, I also doubt that that's going to happen.
I've been thinking about motivation. The young one, Fubar, needs additional motivation in the eyes of her comrades to have switched positions so radically, so quickly. So I wondered about theatrics.
Go ahead.
Would it be possible for them to overhear a totally real conversation you have with, say, an amenable Vol who will also be aware that what you say is not necessarily real, wherein you imply that, aha, finally we can use these ones to make sure those Quarians never rejoin the Council, and we can imply that they're all in on it forever and evil, like they all know. Which would then motivate them to say, oh, our Pathrazer masters were right, they do all hate us.
And
I mean, I'm not writing a script here, but something along those lines.
you would want Fuba to agree with the others instead of Marto and side with them.
Apparently.
Yes, I mean, this is in the scenario.
I mean, I'm fairly sure that my offsiders are talking to Mato now, but I can interrupt them. I have no respect for their conversational continuity.
I mean, if there's any information you could provide me based... this Fuba seems very reluctant to speak, and...
Here's a private conversation she didn't know was being recorded.
You magnificent bastard!
Bucking for that Spectre status, bro. You know it.
Getting on that grind.
I will listen to this and I'll get back to you. Take on board what your advice. Perhaps we can...
Cool. Very awesome.
So to miss out.
I'll rejoin the conversation already in progress.
Well, they hadn't quite got off. I mean, did you have any...
Jesus Christ, how long are these prison phone calls? Holy
So
shit!
luxurious. If we can't think of any other pertinent questions, then... Oh,
Volus telephone. Prison.
that's being charged for.
Right! Oh my god, that makes so much sense!
Takes so much longer to have a call.
Wow, there we go.
If we can't think of anything else for the duration of our call, I'll just small talk to make it feel better.
Yeah. And then she goes back. Okay, thank you.
No
Bye.
problem. Bye.
There's like probably 10 minutes before Marto calls. Just the rest we take him to her cell and then...
The next one rolled out.
So, they done whittering at each other yet?
We're waiting for the next call now.
Ah, good. This one's tomato, right?
Receiving.
Zalo, good to hear from you again.
Good to hear from you too. So, what's happening?
A lawyer is here. I managed to convince my father to... I will remain behind and face justice here, and the rest will go back. Just need hope Fuba's strong enough to do what she has to do.
It's a dangerous position, but I'm sure she can handle it.
She was crying when she got brought back to the cell. Was there anything she... I shouldn't pry, but...
We talked about her father.
I don't know that much about him.
Sore subject.
That might be why she doesn't speak of him.
We assembled some more of our team now that we've had more time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're working on something.
Good. The general has been most helpful. He still hasn't told me who this mysterious benefactor is, but...
If our advice for you is anything like our advice for Fuba, then you should just do what he says.
he seemed to intimate that this benefactor might have a way of freeing me from this, but I don't know if I want that.
You do.
Hello?
Hello.
Who am I speaking with, if I may be so bold?
My name is Logang.
You're the leader of the group.
No, that's Raphael.
No, I did my research intensively. Logan Centurious, leader of the Sidewinders.
How does everyone know that?
Because
It's public knowledge. At least in Citadel space.
you went to interviews, you talked to people, faced the company.
I don't remember doing that. Anyway, yeah, the general's gonna put on a little display that should help convince the others that Fupa has a reasonable reason to switch sides. I prefer you get out too, but that's probably not very realistic at this point.
I've been too vocal in my hatred towards my father.
Yes. You'll be safer in prison anyway. At least until I come get you.
Don't need to do that.
I know I don't need to. Oh, don't give me that look, guys. You want to do a prison break as much as I do.
I mean,
Bucket list.
I don't deserve your kindness.
I know.
Mm.
She doesn't. But your assistance and your friend's assistance will buy it.
I will do everything I can to help you catch the others. Even if it means I have to pretend to hate Fuba and turn her away from my cause.
She will understand.
I hope so. I'm just worried she's more fragile than she appears.
Anyway, play along with Septimus.
He seems like a good man.
Yeah, he seems that way, doesn't he? He has the resources to coordinate this, and I don't. I've called in so many favors for this one.
I owe you more, Ben.
If I can put an end to Pathrazer, that's paid off.
We'll do it.
Cool. Well, I'll leave you
I'll do
guys
my
to talk.
part. Is there any information you need? Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Do they have any clues on the other team?
Yeah, other ships and
Snap,
other
I
team
should have
members.
told Septimus about, what's his name, Garbok?
Yeah.
Gorak, yeah.
Gorak. I'll have to send a quick message off, that, like, we've got another guy on the inside, his name's Gorak.
The other two teams, do you know any members? Any ships? Any intel on them?
Not at this. Well, I don't know what they're doing right now. The only downside of me staying here is I won't be there to organise that side anymore. I'll be relying on Fuba's information.
Do we know what ships they have?
Yeah, we know what ships they actually have access to. Your team had
Be using
Quarian
any
fighters.
of the fighters, any of the freighters.
Especially
They-
the new one.
You know what we
They
need?
often like to
A frigate.
swap things around, make it less predictable.
Yeah, they were trying to
They
work on.
don't necessarily know until an operation's underway what tools they're going to use.
Did they get a new ship?
You were in charge of organizing things, right?
Yes, the strategist
You didn't
tried to keep my hands clean.
get access to a new ship, say, period of time ago when I sold it to them. Would have been a
Dysfunction.
yeah. Would have had a stealth grid,
I heard about that ship. I have not used it yet.
but it was.
They
You know,
do
it was
have access
slated
to it then.
Yeah.
So it was slated to fall your way then, or it would be something you could have requested.
I could see the benefit of it. Apparently it has a... I don't know exactly what it was. It was some kind of device that when you draped the ship in it when it landed and it mimicked the terrain around the ship, yes?
Yeah.
I imagine that could be used to surprise someone. But I can't make those decisions if I'm here.
Yeah.
And there's no way they'll take me back.
Well, no, not after that call you had with
I
your
don't want
father.
to go back. The only reason I want to go back is to help you, but I don't know who they'll put in charge of the tactical side of things once I'm gone.
It is possible if the general goes on some kind of extended tirade about implying that using your group to imply that all the Quarians were all in on it, you might have a window for returning. Mea culpaing to your father. Oh, I see you were right after all. I overheard that, General. May not trust you, but if you work hard enough, you may earn that trust back. I don't want to make decisions for you, but if you think it might work, you know the man better than I do.
It's a long shot.
But what trials will he make her do to get into the favour? I think that's what the biggest problem here is.
I don't know if even if I manage to convince him, I don't know if he'd put me back in that position again straight away. I will ponder things. It might depend a lot on what the General comes up with.
Yeah, if he doesn't, we can try and spring her and add her to Thalea's team, because she's totally joining.
Marta, there's more ways than just prison you can try to pay back what you did. Just something to think about.
Yeah, you can become an alcoholic gambler.
Yeah.
I suppose you
Putting
made
her
something
in a
of
red suit,
yourself.
though.
So
You were ex-Path Raiser. You're redeeming yourself and your new group of friends.
I'm trying.
Perhaps once all the rest are either dead or imprisoned, I can rest easy.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I can at least look at myself and not feel ashamed, or that I should be in prison too. It would be a start. Is there anything else you would request of me? This is probably my last call.
The last one you'll get naturally anyway.
And if you're concerned about who they think I'm calling, the General had me record a conversation to have with my father.
Sneaky old buzzard.
He's probably transmitting it right now. He's going to have to make some adjustments on the fly, but we tried to record as much of the type of things I would say as possible.
So it will match up. Smart. I guess you don't become a general for nothing, especially in the Turian hierarchy.
He said, I think he's a good man, or at least a just man.
Does she have your extra net?
Yeah.
She has my sus one. Look, you have my, you have a contact for us if you need it outside of Noma, as he's not always powered on.
I'll keep that in mind. Good luck. I hope to hear from you sooner rather than later. I better go back. The General probably wants to talk with me. Thank you.
Just do what you can.
You too. Hands up. Well, okay, you hang up first.
Got her.
Oh, good chat. I'll leave. I'm not going to run.
I'll catch up with you.
Well, have you been having fun, old man? I'm hoping Thalea will show up before we can leave. There's one or
She's
two.
here.
Excellent.
She's going to join us on this next mission.
You bring me the best presents, and all I have for you is more work. Anyway, so while I was on Palaven, I had a little chat to General Septimus, and I've changed my mind on how we're going to deal with this Pathrazor thing. I think you already figured out what's going
There's
on.
something going on, yes.
Release and use. and uncover. That's why I told Zardoz not to take the thing out of his bowl. The
I
robo
know.
bowl thing that he has, not his... I need to have a chat with Tess. She said she wanted to have a talk about something. I'm not sure I'm the best person for the job, but I'll try.
I've had a chat with her later.
And I need to stop by CSEC and do a bunch of stuff, so we're not leaving immediately. Understand? I've got a huge list of shit, but it should be quick.
Do you want to question the Solarian?
I'll add it to the list.
We've
Wait, isn't he under some kind of mental conditioning and might just, like, rupture a brain vessel or something if we push too hard? So my usual method of walking in there and starting to break digits is probably not going to work.
No.
I mean, we've got him. We can do that at some other point, right?
We'll go to this planet and find his base.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Right, so first things first, Tess and talking to. She'll probably be on the docks somewhere.
Well, she was asking you to give her a call so she can fill the ships up straight away.
Okay.
Hi.
Tess, this is Logain.
Yay, you're back.
Hi, so Sentinel is practically empty.
Uh-oh.
But you
On my way.
you wanted to have a okay. You wanted to have a talk. I guess I can do that during that thing.
You can if you want. I spoke with Tiala and Zala.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's...
is everything all right?
I think it's on the up. I want to give Zala some time.
Yeah, it's probably a lot to take in all at once.
Yeah. It is. That's
Yeah, I'm
what I
here
was
with Tiala right now.
about to say.
Bye,
Yeah.
bye.
I can see you. I'm down the end of the...
Looking good, Tess. When we're done with a bunch of things, I'll make a cake.
Oh! That's fuel.
It's on the bottom of the list, though.
I mean, like all the things, not just fueling.
Oh.
We have
Okay.
emissions and things to do.
Of course you do. It'll be ready. Any other ships need filling?
No, but there's a new one come in that I'm worried might be rigged somehow, if you want to have a look at
I'll
it.
have a pour through it.
Apparently there's human things all in it, so, that'll be a thing.
Human things.
You know,
Any examples?
Jesus, movies, food,
Food, you say?
luxury shampoos, apparently chamomile. Oh, of course you wouldn't need shampoos, would you?
What's shampoo?
It's a hair care product.
I don't have that.
That's why I said you wouldn't need it.
That makes sense.
But if you wanted to soap a bunch up in the bathtub and give yourself a big fake beard...
Shout.
It's got Jesus all through it.
Well, I'm glad things have worked out. Sorry I couldn't be here sooner. Bye.
It's okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. You've been busy.
Very.
Right. Gav is coming. Rover! Beep! Are you busy?
No, I was just about to get back to the apartment.
Yeah, you were probably just about to hit the door.
Okay,
and-
I'm sending you a bunch of information on the current Pathrazor, Quarry and Terrorism thing. You need to know. You can peruse it at your own time. I've also got a very, very tiny and thin Turian martial arts master called Gav Bruticus coming. I believe he'll fit the bill for what you want.
Perfection.
I'm just gonna head by CSEC. I've got Sergeant Tadami's permission to prank the living fuck out of Jim. Or at least her willing to look the other way.
That makes a lot of sense.
Now, I do need to go and see Daniel because I have about a month to turn him into a gym-beating martial arts legend.